Uzi stay dropping them bangers.
Use that poker, don't let nobody see you, man. Too much mud, sipping on junk to reap, man. Scroll through pictures of myself, gotta face my demons, man. If no one knows, I'm doing myself.
What is up, YouTube? It is showtime and I am back with yet again another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 center builds that you guys could be making for 3v3 competitive or just regular 3v3 on NBA 2K24. If you guys want a video similar to this one, but maybe for modes that are like rec, pro-am, or maybe for ISO, let me know. But this is going to be directed towards you big men playing the big man position for your 3v3 squad. I'm going to show you guys, in my opinion, the top 3 best builds you guys can make right now. I apologize, I'm a bit sick, so I apologize if my voice sounds a bit weird. And we'll get straight into it. Honestly, I'm not going to waste any time. I'd appreciate if all you guys did, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll get straight into it. So for the first build that I want to show you guys, this is going to be a build that you guys really want to main in atmospheres like the stage. So 3v3 stage, that kind of thing going on. This is probably the build that I would use on a day-to-day basis for competitive. The other 2 builds are going to be different than this one, so do not worry. This is just going to be more like a build for stage, probably one of the better ones you can be using in the stage. So for the position you guys want to go power forward, make sure you guys go 6'8". Make sure you guys go 263 pounds and max wingspan. This is a template you guys want to use for this build, and for the ticks, just follow as I'm doing. So the first thing I went and did was give myself a 92 driving dunk. Very OP. I know you guys do not get standing contact dunks, but it's weird because it's almost as if you do. For those of you guys who do not know, if you're standing under the rim and you're holding R2 and you just pull down you pull down your right sticks directly down, you will get standing dunk animations. You'll get some of the better ones when you have it on rise, when you have your rise up on gold and your standing dunk this high. This is why I have it this high. You could get away with it way lower, honestly, but I think it's just way more overpowered when you have it higher. I've tested it. My main build actually has a 73 standing dunk as a center, and it still works fine, but I notice it works way better when you have your standing dunk higher. So if I could do it a bit different, I'd probably do it this way and give myself a higher standing dunk. Now with the driving dunk, you guys want to make sure you give you guys self a 65. I wouldn't ever recommend going higher than this unless you're like a slasher or something. 65 is literally the sweet spot. You guys get the athletic hangs, all the dunk packages that you need. Driving dunk is really weak this year, so you do not need it too high. If you're not going 65, the highest I would probably go, like after this, is like the lowest is 84. So you guys have to go 65 for sure. You guys will be able to dunk good, like really good, but just a 65 driving dunk. Now with the 3-point shot, I gave myself a 78. Now on my main build, I actually have mid-range to fade, but I really wanted to cater this build to this stage. And honestly, having the fade and the mid-range and having a few extra badges is nice, but in the competitive scene, usually the big man is really just shooting from 3 and is really just popping, and your guard is usually the main scorer on the court. I personally did put mid-range on my build. Maybe I'll post my build in a separate video. I think that's what I'll do. And I can mid-range fade like consistently, but you won't be doing that too much. That was just more of a luxury. So to save points, just go 78 3-point, and you guys will get all the basic badges you guys need to shoot. You guys can even shoot from limitless with this. I've shot from half court, like when I'm in sharp take, just with a 78 3-point. So this is more than enough. With the pass accuracy, 75. Usually I go 68, but this build is more for the competitive scene. You don't want to have bad pass animations, slow pass animations. So I think I recommend, if you're playing competitively, to have a higher pass accuracy, which would be a 75. Now with the interior defense, I went 72, and then to complement this with the block, I go 87. I never put my anchor higher than silver. It's just not worth it this year. I find that it works pretty much the same on silver and gold. That's just me though. That's just something I've interpreted about the game, and 2K Labs has also tested it, so I just kind of went with what they said. And I've done my own testing. Now with the steel, I made sure to go 95. So when you're playing competitively, I think the lanes are just so very important. Now it works on gold. I've had it on gold, and I have it on gold actively on my main, and I cannot lie, I think I see the difference in Hall of Fame. I personally see the difference, and this is coming from someone who has a build with Hall of Fame interceptor and gold, and there is a difference. I wouldn't let anyone tell me any different. So I would go 95 steel if you're trying to play competitively in the stage, or for 3v3 reasons. Now with the perimeter defense, I had this all the way up at 87 because I really wanted to push for the challenger on gold. You also get badges like clamps on silver. I just have to put up my strength. Now with the rebounding, with the rebound 93, Personally, I'll be honest, on my main build I have a 99 rebound, and I think there is a difference. There is a difference between gold, rebound chaser, and Hall of Fame. I will be honest, there definitely is a difference. I won't even lie to you guys. But having the box out beats on Hall of Fame is really the main thing you want. I think the boards really does matter about like your box out, but rebound chaser Hall of Fame is definitely a bit better than this. That's like I said, I probably will post my main build where I have 99 rebound and some other stats different than this one. But like I said, in the competitive, I think it would be better to give up the rebound chaser Hall of Fame and go for something like Hall of Fame interceptor and have a better pass accuracy, because that's kind of the exchange, and have a higher standing dunk. I think it's worth it, and I think if you know what you're doing, you're definitely going to be able to get rebounds with the 93 defensive rebound and the 85 offensive rebound. You will be fine. I've seen people use it just like this, and it works in their favor. Now with the speed, 79, and then with the acceleration, I went 68. Now with the strength, you guys can go all the way up to 90. I have a build that has 99 strength and a 90. I have one build that has a 99 strength and another that has a 90. Is there a difference? I think there's a slight difference. I think you're a little bit of a bigger dog when you have the 99 strength, but 90 strength works. I set big bodies. I've made people fall with a 90 strength. 90 strength is more than enough. It's either you go 90 or 99, and 99 really isn't worth it. It uses up too much of your attributes. And then with the vertical, what I did was I went 85 for my vertical so that I can get those rebounds and leap over people and jump over people, and I maxed out my stamina, and this is the build. You guys have probably one of the better competitive 3v3 center builds you guys can make right now on NBA 2K24. This is probably a recommended build that I would make if you're trying to play 3v3. And with that being said, we'll move on to my other build. This build is going to be very, very nice. It's like a popper with a post scorers game, and can also play competitively on the 3v3 court. So for this next build I'm about to show you guys, this is going to be a very, very, very different build. Very contrary to probably a lot of builds you guys have seen so far. This is going to be a build that can literally dominate in the post. You can drop step, dunk on people, still play great perimeter defense, still steal the ball, get rebounds, use it on the 3v3, mid-range fade. There's literally nothing you cannot do using this build on this game. So for the position, you guys go power forward, 6'8" again, and then we go 263 pounds. Now with the wingspan, you guys want to go max. That's what I did, and then just follow as I'm doing on screen. So with the post control, we went 95. I had to push for the Hall of Fame drop step. I wanted to be different than most people. Some people I've seen push for like a 90 post control for drop step around gold, but I literally get to drop step big men. I'm going to post hopefully some gameplay of me in the Rush 1v1 event using this build. You guys are going to see how broken and OP this build is. It is ridiculous. This build is ridiculous. Now with the standing dunk, I also went 92. This is the part. You have to have the 92 standing dunk to complement the post control, because off the drop step, more often than not, you're not going to be layupping. You will miss your layups. That's the thing, unless you break them with the drop step. There's this animation when you drop step where you can break them and they fall, and then you will probably green the layup. Sometimes I get some layups, but most oftentimes you guys need to drop step and then pull your right stick down so that you guys can get the standing dunk animation every time and dunk on your opponent. So what I'm going to do is probably have gameplay of me using this build because I have it upgraded, and show you guys how to use this build to your advantage and how OP that it can be. And then with the driving dunk, I put it up to a 55. You won't be driving dunk much in this game. Like I said, driving dunk is not really important stat anymore. Your main focus is your standing dunk, because when you're rolling, you're always under the basket trying to get a dunk, and it perfectly complements your ability to drop step in the paint. Now with the shooting, I have my 3-point at a 70, and then I put my mid-range at at 84. Doing this means I can fade from the mid-range consistently. I also get badges like catch and shoot gold, I get guard up gold, I get wide open silver, I get dead eye silver, I get all these badges, mini magician on gold. So you can literally consistently like go 5 for 5 fading from the midi, and then I'm able to shoot threes on top of it because I have badges like catch and shoot gold. The midi helps me get badges like catch and shoot gold, guard up gold. So I'm telling you, you're going to be able to shoot lights out, and you're going to have a post game, which makes this build a lot different than most builds you see. With pass accuracy, I did settle for a 68, which I wouldn't worry too much about because pass accuracy is not that good this year anyways. And then with the interior defense, as usual, I go 72, and then with the perimeter defense, I went 87 so that you guys can still guard. Like isolation, if you're playing on the 1 court, you can definitely play defense one-on-one. That's what's nice about this build. You definitely can. And then with the steel, you guys want to make sure you guys go 85. So I had to settle. I couldn't go for interceptor gold and glove and right stick gold and all that stuff, but that is fine. Those are the sacrifices I made to be this diverse on the offensive end of the court. You will still be fine. You'll still be able to get lanes, still get a few plucks here and there. Silver will work for you. And then with the block, I went 87 so that I can get my anchor on silver. As I mentioned in the last build, it has been tested that silver and gold anchor are pretty much the same. And then with the offensive rebound, I have mine at an 85, and then I have my defensive at a 93. Sorry about that. And then with the, so I need to make sure nothing went too high. And then with the speed, I'll make sure to max it out at a 78. I put it at a 78. Acceleration at a 68, so I get spot finder, so I can pop a bit better. And then with the strength, I went to a 95 strength. This will allow me to guard the paint better with the immovable enforcer. I also get back down Punisher Hall of Fame, so I can literally drop step anybody. I'm telling you, this build is very broken on the offensive end. With the vertical, I went 80, so you guys get an 80 vertical, and then max out your stamina. And here is the build. Sorry, I'm missing something right here. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I know I definitely, was it the, no, there's something I didn't do right. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Oh yeah, here. Put the speed of ball down 78, max this out. There you go. So this is the build. It is the drop stepping popper build. And it's literally probably, in my opinion, one of the better all-around builds, and it's probably more similar to the next build I'm about to show you, which I think is probably on paper slightly better than this build. I think this is better because you can actually use it in 3v3. You can use it in the stage. When your team is struggling for a basket, you can mid-range fade, or you can just give them a quick bailout of a drop step and a dunk if your guard just can't score. That's why I really like this build, the two-way inside the arc threat. And last but not least, I'm going to show you guys I'm going to show you guys another build that I know you guys will definitely enjoy. So for this next build, this is going to be the 7-foot build. Now this build did very well. I know a lot of people liked it, a lot of people enjoyed it. I wanted to make sure I included it in my top 3 builds. For those of you guys who don't know about this build, 7-foots are currently running the game. I've versed a few of them, and they're very annoying and hard to stop. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it. So you guys want to make sure you guys go power forward or center. I personally just went center, and then I made my height 7 foot. And then for the weight, I made it center so that I can use it in rec, so I can just grab my badges faster. And then with the weight, I went 246 pounds, and I maxed my wingspan out to 710. This is the template you guys want to use. Now on paper, on stats, this is going to be one of the more broken builds. So the first thing you guys want to do is give yourself a 92 standing dunk. You guys will get standing contact dunks, which are very broken, very easy to pull off. You're going to be able to pretty much dunk on anybody in the paint, literally, like just back to back contact dunks, and you can back down anybody. And then with the post control, I made sure to go 92 so that I can get that unpluckable on gold. And I also am able to get badges like drop stepper on gold, which will work very well because I'm 7 foot. I don't really need it Hall of Fame because you're 7 foot. It will just work better than it would on a shorter build. And then with the mid range, I went 76. And then I went for a 74 3-pointer. This is how I made my build. With the 76 mid-range, you get like the Green Machine Silver, which I thought personally was worth it. That's why I kind of pushed for that. And then with the free throw, I left it at 51. And with the pass accuracy, I went 68. I kind of just bailed myself out there and just went with the lower pass accuracy. And then with the interior defense, I went 72. With the perimeter defense, I went 60. With the steel, you can also go 60. Now for those of you guys who don't know, your frame is going to play a big factor in these two. Because you're so tall, you get these, if you jump, you get these crazy closeout animations where people can't shoot over you and you block them. And then you're also in the lane because your frame is usually in the lane. I've seen animations where people don't even reach, but because they're so big, the ball will hit them and they get like free steals. That's why this build in specific is so broken. And then with the block, I went 87 for that silver anchor. And then with the offensive rebound, you go 93 so that you can get your own rebounds, and then you can go with the lower defensive rebound. You're usually going to have position in the defensive end. This is why I went lower there. On the offensive end, if you miss like a dunk or a layup or something, you can always get your own board and just yam it right back on the same person you got the board over. I purposely did this, and I think this is what makes the build more lethal. With the speed, I went max 67. I went with the 58 acceleration. The strength, I made that a 90, so I'm gonna go ahead and max that out. With the vertical, you guys can go 80, so you guys get chased down silver. Max out your stamina. And here you guys have it, one of the more broken builds that can just do it all. It's 7 foot, you can back down people in the paint, you get the contact standing dunks, you can shoot the ball very well, you get pass accuracy, you can play defense very well. All around, this build is definitely one of the more broken builds I've seen in the game, and I definitely will be making this build. And when I find the time, I'm definitely going to be dropping gameplay using this exact build for you guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy this build, because this build is also very, very good, and I definitely want to make it. Definitely one of my broken builds in the game.